The Flannery brothers purchase a car wash to pack cars after being flushed with product from a new plug in the BMF Season 2 Episode 8. Meech transforms dealers into kingmakers, and Terry employs new drivers. The PA boys and the rest of the BMF go to Atlanta in this episode titled High Treason, which Meech and Terry host. Although the journey is primarily business-related, the respective crews make an effort to have fun while they are traveling. The primary objective of BMF's trip to Atlanta is to establish a business there, much like they did in Cleveland, in order to move product and generate revenue. While Meech and Terry are successful in getting things done by using their connections in the city, Goldie and Ty, things go wrong and cause some significant harm. Considering that B. Mickey leaked information about them, Meech and Terry are also undecided about what to do with him. Back in Detroit, Charles and Lucille's marriage is on the verge of disintegrating, and things only get worse for the Flannerys after another finding. Regardless of the work that Meech was able to accomplish while he was in Atlanta, he had a small but significant role in two very tragic endings. The first case is Monique's passing, which happened after Lamar discovered her effort to kill him and realized it was a scheme she and Meech had concocted. Lamar choked Monique to death as a result of this revelation, which is likely to anger Meech more than we've ever seen him. Second, a shootout breaks out after a night spent at Magic City with Ty, BMF, and the PA boys. Ty is killed in the crossfire of the shootout. As soon as he fails to return Ty to his wife safely, Meech breaks a second commitment he made. Meech's choices and deeds have previously had an impact on others, but not to this extent. It's encouraging to see Lucille advocating for herself. Charles asks her when she'll get back to him before she leaves for dinner with Pastor Swift, but she ignores him and gives him a well-deserved, if slightly rude, answer. Later on, she discovers that Charles cheated on her with Mabel, and she threatens her friend and tells her off while almost hitting her with a skillet. It's important to note that Charles did not get away unscathed from the situation because Lucille ultimately vented her rage on Charles's guitar. It's good to see that Lucille isn't just moping around in grief despite all the pressure Charles placed her under this season. She is advocating for herself and making it clear that there is no quick remedy for this. Charles broke his pledge, and he will now be held accountable. Terry made blunders in addition to Meech's mistakes. Terry is determined to have B. Mickey murdered as a result of B. returned Mickey's to BMF and the revelation that B. Mickey was collaborating with Detective Bryant. Unbelievably, Meech doesn't want to murder B. Mickey, and Terry has a hard time comprehending this. Terry is certain that they would have already been taken care of if it had been anyone else. Family is important to Meech, so it makes sense that B. Mickey was pardoned and invited back. However, Terry persuades Meech to arrange for B. murder Mickeys in Atlanta. Sadly for them, their strategy fails as a result of the anticipated shooting at Magic City. After spotting Terry, B. Mickey confronts him while putting a gun to his skull. Overall, Terry's attempt to get rid of B. Mickey was unsuccessful, so the two will now have to find out how to collaborate. Detectives Bryant and Jin are still hard at work trying to gather enough evidence to corner and arrest Meech and Terry, while BMF and the PA boys are off in Atlanta making moves and having a ball at Magic City and Freaknik. The fact that Bryant and Jin are currently sleeping together indicates that their rapport is at an all-time high, which is not good for them. Even worse, Meech and Terry find out that Boom was detained, which could have negative repercussions if Bryant and Jin are able to speak with him. Terry was almost certain that Boom would divulge all the information he knew about BMF because he had photos of Terry and Markeisha having sex, and Boom did just that. Detectives Bryant and Jin are not divided at the time, but BMF is. They are cooperating more than ever, and if BMF doesn't get its act together, terrible things will happen. Goldie is nothing but warm, friendly, charismatic, and sarcastic when the BMF guys show up again. These are all qualities that make her a likable character. She declines Meech and Terry's request to wash money through her club, but she does agree to assist them in setting up business elsewhere. It was entertaining to see Goldie correct B. Mickey about his sly remark about her dance club. It was admirable to see how much she loved and cared for her AIDS-affected sibling. The goal is that Goldie makes a lot more appearances in BMF for the show's third season if it turns out that season 2 of BMF ends with BMF back in Detroit.